excited today because now we can turn on, we have electricity in the house, and now that we had our electrician come out and put this all up, although nothing's been written down on what's what. So the nice thing about it, as soon as we came in today, guess what we got to do? We installed a window unit. Yay! Oh my God, can you feel that? Oh, it feels good. Let's walk over here and see if we have any light. Okay, so now all the circuit breakers are on. And when we first came in here, this didn't look like that. What was going on, Steve?
All these black wires were wired up together.
Okay.
Flipped the switch, nothing happened. The light that was up there stayed on all the time.
Which we ended up taking down.
Really?
So I come to find out that this wire is hot and it was wired up to this one. This wire is on a separate circuit and it's hot. But this is the one that's supposed to supply the lights. Flip the switch and the light's supposed to come on. So this one were wired together and hooked up to this connection right here on the switch. So whether you turn the switch on or turn the switch off, there was always power on both sides of it. So the light would stay on.
Really? Okay.
So I came up here and took the light down and found these two wired together, and they were wired to the light. This wire is always hot. This wire comes from the switch. So this is the one that goes into the light. This one's hot all the time, but I don't know where it comes from. But these two were wired together and they were wired to that switch.
Great. Now what?
Really?
Okay.
So then I came in here to the bathroom and checked the outlet and the switch. There's no power on either one of them at all.
Really?
We don't have a light up there, so we really can't tell.
There's probably no power to that either, because I'm pretty sure that's what this switch supplies.
Right.
Is that light up there.
Really?
So I came in here, I turned this switch on, nothing happened. So I turned it back off, and turned this switch on, and heard a breaker trip in the bedroom. Went back there to check. It tripped 2 different breakers.
So none of those actually turned. We did have a light on up here, but we took it off.
And there's power on that all the time too.
There's power on here all the time. Great.
Really?
So I came in here, turned this switch on, heard a breaker trip, went back and checked. This one also tripped 2 breakers in the bedroom.
Really?
But we got lucky. At least one of the electrical outlets actually allowed this to work for us today. So despite it all, it was a blessing, wasn't it?
And by the way, when I flipped that switch over there that tripped 2 breakers, one of those breakers turned this off.
Really?
Moral of the story is never trust your wires. Always assume there's power on them until you verify that there isn't.
Really?
If there was a person in here that didn't know as much as we know about issues like this, now that our electrician has to come back and get this all corrected because it was over $3,000 worth of rewiring work, is it dangerous for the tenant?
Right now it is.
Really?
Guys, remember you talked a minute ago about somebody who doesn't know what they're doing? Somebody who didn't know what they do and wired this house in the first place.
Really?
It happened when we bought this house. somebody thought that they would be smart and rewire this whole house for God only knows what reason. There was no fire, any good reason, and also to remove and replace the breaker panel and switch it off into another wall, which was not necessary, right?
It wasn't necessary.
Really?
So you don't look very happy today.
I'm hot and sweaty, and I still have 3 lots to cut and load trash out of the house.
Really?
How hot is it today?
It's hot out
Really?
What, 90 degrees?
there. I don't know.
Really?
Just get going.
Steve loves the hot weather.
Really?
Really now?
Really? Really?
Really?
Really? Really?
Really?
Really?
Really?